Hey friends, my name is Pat. Welcome to this video. About a month or so ago, I built my first gaming PC. Right back there. Despite only having it for a month, it's a really short amount of time, I'm already looking at how I can upgrade this PC to make it perform better, to make it look cooler. And hey, it's the season of capitalism right now. But despite whatever holidays you may celebrate, you can't deny that there's a lot of good deals going around right now. So they got me thinking, what's on my wish list for the 2016 holiday season? In this video, I'll be going over my computer parts and more specifically what I would like to upgrade. And also jumping into the peripherals, my keyboard and mouse, and kind of what I want to do with that setup. So hopefully, in me thinking out loud my process, you'll have a better idea of how you want to tweak your system. What parts are kind of most needed right now versus what parts you can just kind of hold off on until a year or so. But to really figure out my wish list, you got to know what I have right now. So let's jump into the computer. We have the Core i7-6700K being cooled by Deepcool's Captain 240EX cooler. For our memory, we have a G.Skill Ripjaws 5 DDR4 16 gig kit. Everything is put on the Gigabyte Gaming 5 motherboard. For our graphics card, we have MSI's GTX 1070 Gaming X Edition. For our storage, we have a 480 gig SSD from Sandisk. Hidden in the shroud, we have a 650 watt power supply from EVGA, rated at 80 plus gold. And everything is housed inside the NZXT's S340 case. Now, first order of business, the first thing on my wish list has to do with this case, and that is with these case fans. Now, I wouldn't say case pans. I wouldn't say these case fans are horrible. They get the job done. My case is pretty cool. The only thing is, like with most stock fans, they are loud, especially when they ramp up. There's sort of like this whiny, tinny sounding thing. It's not Coral Wine than anything else like the graphics card. It's definitely these fans. So I want to switch these out. I've been looking at Corsair's Quiet Edition, I think it was called, their AF fan series. Put a 120 right here. Put a 140 up here. Right now it's a 120, but I think if I put a 140 up there and lower the RPM of the fan, I'll get the job done and be a quieter build in general. I'll link the Corsair fans I'm looking at in the description below. Now the next thing on my wish list has to do with what you're seeing right now. It's this SSD. 480 gigs is enough for a startup drive, but a lot of you have been saying 480 gigs is nothing, and I agree with that. Quickly running out of space doing all the other projects, I just simply didn't have enough time or enough budget to buy another drive. I could go the hard disk drive, but hey, if I'm going to have a wish list, I kind of want a 1 terabyte SSD. That would be pretty sick. Now the last thing I'll talk about is this keyboard. This is Mubomb's A8 mechanical feel gaming keyboard. You can Google that, Amazon search that, and that is the actual name. Mechanical feel, but it's not a mechanical keyboard. Really, when I was building this PC, I forgot about a keyboard and mouse, so I just picked this cheap one. It only costs like $20, I think, but it's not a mechanical keyboard. The one I've been looking at is Corsair Strafe. It's the classic keyboard from Corsair. And I'm looking at cherry brown switches. So it would be really helpful for me and for everyone looking at this video, I guess, to comment on what is your preferred cherry switch. There's this competition, not competition, but a discussion between reds versus browns, and I kind of want to hear your thoughts. So that was a quick run through of things I would like to upgrade about my PC. Just to summarize, first, switch out the stock case fans with Corsair fans. One 120mm, one 140mm, both for exhaust. I'm looking at the Corsair Air series fans, the Quiet Edition. 2, get some more storage, whether that is a 1 terabyte hard drive, WD black, WD Blue, any of those will work for me. Or if the holiday spirits are nice to me, a 1TB SSD would be pretty dope. 480 gigs is enough for a boot up drive, but once you start adding games, once you start loading projects during your work, you start to run out of space pretty quickly. And the third thing is an actual mechanical keyboard. Now I ripped myself off because I just went with the cheapest one very early on, but I'm looking at Corsair Strafe, the Cherry MX Brown switches. So the options I'm looking at for those 3 items on my wish list, I'll put it in the description below. But then some bonus things. This is more of upgrading your PC as opposed to like wish list stuff. One, LED lights. I think it would be cool to have this PC lit up in a very faint glow of red, but I'm not really into the big fad of lighting up the PC like it was like a Christmas tree. Something subtle, something very low key is what I'm looking at. Deepcool's LED kit. I don't really know much about that stuff. And then the second thing, a lot of you have been commenting on this, and I appreciate your comments, is my power supply. 650 watts is sort of at the limit I can do with this PC. I'm really happy with the overclocks of my CPU and GPU, and I have an i7-6700K and a 1070, and I'm content with that. Now, if I were to really, want to push the overclocks or add a second graphics card, 650 watts may not cut it. So maybe in my wish list for the next year or the year after would be an 800 watt power supply. Let me know your thoughts about everything I just said. If you have any questions about anything on your wish list, feel free to ask in the comment below. If you did enjoy this video, leave a comment, a like. Your words of encouragement have been amazing, and I really do appreciate that. So with that, that's all I have for this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.